Believe it or not, the guy and the girl do have names, and you will learn them. Just not now. We're going to be significantly further in the game before you get their names. To be honest, I don't think I've ever looked at this map before. Pretty sure she's very human. But that's just like the Final Fantasy way of actually like... let me go see if I can look it up while we're waiting. There it is. So every Final Fantasy game has, like, this specific style of art that they do. So, for example, this is the one for Final Fantasy X. So it's just kind of like, it's a Final Fantasy stylistic thing. Whoops. There we go. It's kind of a stylistic thing. Which is kind of neat. They just kind of do it with all the games. That picture was a picture of Yuna, actually. I'll put this up on the... Put this up elsewhere so I can look at chat and actually show that too. I don't believe so. Bottom left is water. Yeah. Every Final Fantasy game I know of has a kind of like an art piece very similar to that. Usually it's like the main character or something similar. So as kind of a comparison here. So here's the original cover art on the PS2 for Final Fantasy X, and you can see that that same image is the backdrop to the title. It's definitely cool. I've always loved that art style. Okay, well, I'll get started. And people will come or they won't. I'll give Lulu her level up just while we're here. Okay.
Oh, hello. No charge this time.
Okay. So because we beat the Chocobo Eater, we get to ride a Chocobo for free. I'm looking for... There are occasionally points on the track where there's going to be a yellow feather on the ground. Oh, you don't eat chocobos. That's not how this works. There's the yellow feather. The yellow feather on the ground indicates that your chocobo can jump somewhere. I don't believe the game ever explicitly tells you about this. On the Mihin High Road and the Mihin Low Road, which we'll be visiting afterwards, it mostly just means that, oh hey, there's a,
Thank you so much for your words yesterday.
means there's a treasure chest.
A safe journey to you.
Thankfully, there's only a couple of these treasure chests that we have to deal with. You want to be careful. You don't want to go too far down in that direction, because they actually kick you off your chocobo. And we don't want that. Let's see, should be, there it is. Right there. There's a Thunderblade. And a Scout. Just gonna get ourselves a couple of treasure chests, some of which I care about, most of which I do not. And there's a Fortune Sphere, which is the opposite of a Luck Sphere, which unfortunately I don't think Tidus... Yeah, so we have a Strength Sphere and a Luck Sphere that I haven't had a chance to use yet. I need one of these blank spheres, like this one, to be able to use them. And Tidus just hasn't had one recently. Hey, here's a Waka.
Coming down to the old road was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
You can't run a business with no customers.
Hey, I could be a customer.
So, can I interest you in something?
Let's lend him some
Spare
gil.
some change?
Let's lend him 7,000.
I'll make it up to you, that I will.
So, the actual spheres here are kind of corresponding. An HP sphere actually gives you HP, and you activate it with a power sphere. Magic sphere gives you magic power, you activate with a mana sphere. Strength sphere gives you actual strength, you activate it with a power sphere. A luck sphere gives you luck, and you activate it with a fortune sphere. Some of them are more obvious than others. And we're going to come all the way back here to grab this. A Mars Crest, which again is used for celestial weapons. And I will not be using that for a very long time. Let's see. Do we have any weapons that are worthwhile? That's what Firewood, Waterwork. Nope. Sure, we'll do that. And hope I don't regret that a lot. Yeah, I like having sensing. Okay. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Accidentally got off my bird. Don't do that, that's bad. Hey, Owaka.
Coming down to... You can't
Yes,
run-
yes, yes. Don't be down here. Got it. Do you have anything worthwhile? No. Okay. Yes, we unlocked Arn. So Arn is officially part of the party.
Sure are a lot of crew.
We unlocked him at the, kind of 2/3 mark yesterday. So he is officially part of the party. He does things. He is good at defeating armored enemies. Most of his weapons come with piercing. Kind of a major thing about him. He also is probably the most powerful character at this point in the game.
You have to leave your chocobos here. Come on, everyone off.
I mean, it hasn't really been long. We last saw him, like, 2 weeks ago in-game.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm a summoner?
Sorry, ma'am. No exceptions.
You dare impede a summoner's pilgrimage?
I believe they dare.
Sorry, ma'am. No exceptions.
Stop asking.
Useless.
Okay, so now we know about that. I don't need you to teach me how to ride a chocobo. I just did all the stuff I'm going to need to do on a chocobo for a very long time.
Gee, Captain Lucille and Elma should have been here by now.
They're practicing down the old road. Well, but Tias is here.
Gata and Luzu reporting, sir.
He survived.
This is the last of them.
Good to have you with us. Go on through. Show me how to play Blitz sometime.
Wait around. We'll have Sin beaten in no time.
Oh, that's right. You missed some storyline. I forgot. You might want to at some point go watch the time that you missed. Because if you missed us getting Arn, then you missed some very important storyline revelations.
I'm sorry, I can't let you pass.
Oh, that's a shame.
Hey, you're a summoner, and her guardians, right?
Yep.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
You are seriously inconveniencing about me.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, well, since I can't go that way, I guess I'm going to go this way. Oh, hey. It's that dude. It's Mr. Seymour. We've seen him before. And it's Mr. Seymour's theme, which for some reason is done in minor tones.
So, we meet again, Lady Yuna.
Yes?
You
You
did
look
meet again.
troubled. Is there anything I can do?
Well,
Well,
I don't think those are chest hairs.
I see.
Maester Seymour, let me show you to the command center.
Oh, I have a request.
I have a request.
Yes, Your Grace.
I need to have Summoner Yuna and her guardians let through to the command center.
But...
But Maester Seymour... Maester Seymour, sir.
Do not worry. I will take full responsibility.
Yes, he will.
Very well, they may pass.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, there we go.
It is done.
That wasn't so hard, now was it?
thank you, Your Grace.
Yep, keep bowing until he's long gone.
Yuna, it's time to go.
Oh, right.
The counter art? Not sure I agree to that.
Who does he think he is?
He's a maester.
Oh, counterpart.
Gotta get used to it, yeah?
He is, not the counterpart to Lulu. Oh, poor Donna. Yuna gets to go on and you don't. Okay, I'm gonna point this out. I'm not gonna do it. But if you talk to, this person.
Any donation toward Operation Mihen would be greatly appreciated.
You can give them money, and when you do give them money, they give you stuff back. Including some items. All the items suck, so I'm not getting them. But I'm just pointing it out.
All hail, Maester Seymour.
Yep, hail that Seymour.
Brave crusaders of Spira, protectors of all Spira.
That they are.
Believe in the path you have chosen. Let faith be your strength. I, Seymour
More like
Otto,
feed me, Maester.
of Yevon, will bear witness to your deeds today.
Sir! What's going on?
Walker
Why's
doesn't really
Maester
like
Seymour
this.
back in the Crusaders, eh? They're using Albed's Machina. They're violating the teachings.
That they are.
Even going against the teachings, they're willing to risk it for the greater good.
The greater good.
Waka, I think Maester Seymour sees that too.
Of course he does.
Lulu!
Lulu, are you gonna back me up on this?
I can only speculate.
Aw, man. This is terrible.
Yourself.
To be fair, Maester Seymour is, like, right there.
Ah, Sir Oran. It is an honor.
It should be.
I would be most interested in hearing what you've been doing these past 10 years.
I'm sure you would.
I've got nothing to say about it.
I see.
Oren's even rude to Maesters.
Sir Oran must be a great asset as a guardian.
He's awesome.
Your Grace.
Please, there's no need for formalities.
Except I'm a high-up person, and you should be formal.
Excuse me. Maester Seymour, why is your lordship present here, sir?
Good question.
Please, speak as you normally would.
Okay, please answer the question.
Isn't this operation against the teachings of Yevon?
It is.
Aren't you gonna stop them?
No, he's not.
It's true. I should.
But you won't.
However, both the Crusaders and the Al Bhed truly wish peace for Spira.
It's what they want.
This Operation Mihen was born from that wish they share.
It's a child. It's
Although
their
it may
baby.
be sacrilege to Yevon, their intentions are pure.
The purest. Unicorn pure.
And I, Seymour Guado, the person, not the Maester of Yevon, as a denizen of Spira, I wish them well in their endeavor.
Denizen isn't one of those
But
words you use in
using
this
Machina,
case.
that's
Citizen.
bad, isn't it?
Pretend you didn't see them.
Beg your pardon, but that's not something a maester should say.
Then
pretend I didn't say it.
You're kidding.
Those words make some
From the
sense.
first time I laid eyes on him, I never did like Seymour. But you know, some of the things he said that day, they made a lot of sense to me.
He is a politician. He is he's a combination of a summoner, a priest, and a politician. He's all three simultaneously. In this, Spira at this point is, effectively ruled by the Church of Yevon. Well, that's useful. So, because of that fact, it very much is a, it very much is a situation where the High Priest, which is what the Maesters are, they very much are priest and politician both. The game doesn't go too deeply into it for some reason, but you will see a lot of times where the church has a lot of power and does a lot of things.
Piece of cake.
Waka's kind of the, like, most religious out of anybody, too.
Excuse me, Lady Summoner Yuna?
That would be her.
The command center. Maester Seymour requests your presence there, ma'am.
Thank you.
Waka is kind of an odd duck.
Take that road to the command center. It's not far.
When he says that road, he means
We're
the one on the
still in
left.
the midst of preparations this way. Sorry.
I will eventually go down the road that Klasko is currently blocking, but I can't go that way right now. Oh, hey, it's a Waka.
Good day, lad.
Okay, so Awaka just so happens to have stuff right now. Unfortunately, he does not actually have anything good. Did I not, like, have 3,000 gold a minute ago? What the hell happened? Ooh. When did we get that? That's a sexy item. I like that item. I need to put that on him. None of that's useful. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Neither is that, and neither is that. Didn't he sell clothes? Not a Waka.
Be making a fortune with Operation Mihen prices. But you, lad, you get a discount. I owes you one, eh?
I get a discount because of the whole me giving him money thing. No, he never actually, like, sold clothes. You probably are referencing a comment that he made, is that my clothes make it look like I have no money. I think that's what you're talking about. But yeah, Owaka doesn't sell clothes. He was judging me based on what I wear. Oh, I'll kill it. Don't worry. The problem is, killing a bomb is not the easiest thing in the world. Every time you hit them, they get bigger and do more damage. And once you hit them the third time, they explode. So I have to make sure I will actually kill them when I hit them. I also need to make sure that Lulu actually gets credit for this fight. I should have healed before I came down this road, but I didn't because I'm a goof. It's fine. I needed to get some overdrives anyways. I kind of hate traveling without overdrives. Oh, these are certainly not the nastiest at all in any way. We're going to see some true nasty creatures down the next road. The only big things going on here is that the dual horn over here does a crap ton of damage. But that's really about it. And the way you get past the dual horn is you use darkness on it, and then it misses everything it throws at you. It just so happens that I just didn't happen to have that. So you'll watch, now that I hit it, the bomb gets bigger. And now its stats get up by like 10% or something like that. Can you not try to kill her? I'd appreciate that. Yeah, dual horns are kind of a big deal. But they give a lot of experience. They also give strength orbs. Hey, NestCD. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes, cool. Everybody has overdrive except for Valfor, and Valfor. I'll get an overdrive for it eventually. There will occasionally be these actual random fights, but lots and lots of work, hobbies, lots of D&D. The usual nonsense.
Mend us.
Okay, let's go ahead and just end this nonsense. That's all we were really aiming for. Now everybody has their overdrives. Everybody got experience. Not a ton. We got an ability sphere. That's nice. Should be like a save point right around the corner. Yeah. Cool. Everybody has their health back. I intend to be going for about the next 2.5 hours. Maybe longer. Hey, look, it's a zoo. We fought these guys before.
Bring it on.
See, I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually waiting to hear back from my D&D group on when when everybody's going to be there for tonight's session. I know one person's running late, so we're trying to decide, like, you know, when are we actually going to have the session? So I will be going up until the session starts. So zoos really aren't a big deal. The zoo-type enemy is just big, and it does a lot of damage and has a chance of, like, countering. Am I the DM? Not for this one. The session that I DM is Saturday nights. I'm a player in this one. Zoos are big, they do a decent amount of damage, and they have this chance to counterattack just about everything. But you cast Darkness on them, like Waka just did, and they can't do anything. It's from home? Yeah, this particular group, we play online. So we do voice chat via Discord, and we actually play on Roll20.net.
No time to waste. Let's go.
That was really late for that particular voice line to show up. He took his sweet time. See, this particular path has a very nasty combat that can come up. This isn't it, but this is a nasty combat. So, the big problem is the Mandragora on the left-hand side. If you hit a... Sorry, not Mandragora, a Fungar. If you hit the Fungar with a melee attack, the Fungar will counter with Pollen, and Pollen will put people to sleep. And that can be a problem because sleep is... sometimes you'll just wake up from sleep naturally, but other times, in general, you have to be hit with a melee attack to wake up from sleep. And the problem is, none of the enemies in this particular encounter are melee-based. They're all magic. So because of that, sometimes you just flat don't wake up and they kill you. Which, it's always fun to just completely die from, one enemy that you couldn't kill. Because mushrooms are weird and look alien, and therefore make amazing enemies. Also, hi Gia, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Some of the best enemies in RPGs are enemies that look weird. It's why we very commonly see, like, Dullahan-style enemies. Because the idea of a, headless walking suit of armor with a gigantic sword terrifies people. Man, we just kind of keep on getting jumped here. There we go. I don't really want to melee the Fungar, so we're going to go ahead and do it this way. Okay, you switch out for Tidus, who's going to do absolutely nothing. You switch out for Waka, who's going to do absolutely nothing. And you switch out for Yuna, who's going to summon. Alright. We're pretty much ready to rock already for the next boss fight.
Please.
I just want to kind of get this ready. So there's a melee attack. It decided not to Pollen. It's not a 100% chance. Okay. So in a lot of cases, with Final Fantasy X, it very much is like a case of basically just getting ready for the next boss. And the bosses tend to come fairly fast and furious in this game. Ow. It's not uncommon to have, like, a boss every 30 minutes. How many bosses are in the game? Many, many lots. I don't have an actual answer for you. But, you know, the answer is lots and lots and lots and lots. I mean, if you want an actual answer, and I'm just guessing on this, by the way, this is not... I'd have to actually, like, go look up a walkthrough or something like that. If we're talking actual, we're talking probably about 100. Like, there are probably 40 optional bosses in the arena alone. Somewhere around there. So there's an option. There's an awful lot of, like, bosses in this game. But, like, some of them actually matter, some of them don't. I mean, we're about 7.5 hours in, and let's see. We fought... So, Sin Spawn... Click... The Octopus... Jellyfish, Sin... Well, Sin's Fin. Second Sin Spawn on Kilika. Obliterator. We've probably faced like 8 or 9 so far. I mean, that's the thing. It's really easy to say that tutorial bosses don't count, but the tutorial for this game actually lasts, like, a fair bit. So the question then you have to ask is, okay, at what point did the tutorial actually end?
Allow me.
I mean, the tutorials kind of... Are we on tutorial? No. We've been at a tutorial for a while. I mean, the game does tutorialize a fair amount, so it does have a habit of throwing in, like, enemies and such that are meant to really teach you a new concept. So we will see a fair amount of, like, you know, of that, of, like, a new type of enemy that is meant to teach you a new thing. And bosses do that on a fairly regular basis.
The presence of a maester and a summoner is great, myself included.
Some of these people just give me stuff. That's why I'm talking to everybody. Okay. No, you're not allowed to hit me. Stop doing it. Eventually, I have an option with Lulu to give her a weapon that that has a chance of instantly killing an enemy when she attacks, which is hysterical on Lulu, just because you don't often auto-attack with Lulu. So being able to go like, yeah, you see this big thing? Bam! Instant kill. It can be fun. I mean, there's a certain point where it's not useful because enemies start to become immune to that shit, but... That doll's not scary. It's a Moogle. All of Lulu's dolls are cute. All of them, without exception. She has a Kate Sith doll. She has a Cactar doll. She has an Onion Knight doll.
In the end, I wasn't able to stop them. As you can see.
Yeah, you by yourself couldn't stop
seeing
this.
Their fierce determination, I couldn't just sit there.
So what's your choice?
So I decided that I would do everything in my power to help them.
Heretic! But okay, if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to yell at you. That's the Maester's job. Oh, hey, another zoo. If you actually pay attention to the various things that the characters carry, different weapons in the game actually do have different looks. I'm not 100% sure what the look is based on. Like, if it's based on... I think it's based on what ability that particular weapon has. So, like, Auron's is kind of obvious. It's just because he's got a lightning thing, so it has that lightning ability. And Tidus is wielding Brotherhood, and Brotherhood's kind of unique. It has a very specific look that no other sword gets, as far as I'm aware. But you know, Lulu has a Moogle look for this weapon just because it's based on whatever ability that weapon actually has at the moment. That little mist you see off of Waka's Blitzball is because it has Ice Touch. But also the actual ball itself looks different based on the other abilities it has. One of my favorite dolls of Lulu actually has a habit of jumping out of her arms, and it pretends like it's casting a spell with her, which is always fun. I think we get that one. I forget when we get that one, but it's not for a while. Excuse me. Darn it. Ah, God damn it. Ambushed again. Our speed is not high enough. I need to fix that. Ooh, Waka took a hit. So there's a lot of the game is just doing, you know, doing this. The only reason I actually really bother with swapping out like this is there are a small handful of occasions in the game where the game purposefully splits the party. And so if you don't set it up right, you'll end up, you know, kind of screwed. Because you'll have, you know, characters in one party that you haven't leveled up at all. It can end up being really bad. The speed is less outrunning the monsters chasing you, and it's more your speed decides, like, do you get the jump on them or do they get the jump on you? There's a weapon I will maybe be buying immediately after this next boss that will make it so I can never be ambushed again. I haven't actually decided if I'm going to be getting it yet. It's useful, but, you know, money.
Lady Summoner, what are you doing here?
Being escorted. One of you is supposed to escort me. Okay. We are almost done with Mushroom Rock. That is what that bounty said every time he attacked Vice. Oh god, this party. This is the scary one. Or maybe it's 2 Fungars and a, maybe the scary one is 2 Fungars and a zoo. I can't remember if that actually comes up. Can't help but notice our health seems to be extraordinarily low. Am I really that underleveled? I might be.
Let's end this.
Whoops. Wrong spell. Zoo as in Z-U. Good crit. Good crit.
All right.
Okay. Is there anything down here? I can't remember. Is this... Yeah. For the most part, all the equipment you see me pick up, I'm actually picking up for the express purpose of selling it. A very, like, decent amount of the stuff that I'm picking up, I'll never use.
Weep, Crusaders. Ha! Oh yeah.
Wrong spell. It's blizzard, not water that I needed. Well, that sucks. Can you stop that? That's annoying. Wow, I am so amazed we have not gotten pollen yet for as many times as I've been hitting these things. Like, it would ruin my day, but man, I'm amazed that it hasn't shown up yet. Okay, let's pull out Lulu and let her finish. We're actually almost done with this section. Nope, Yuna is the only official healer. I mean, I say that now, later on in the game, because people can go into Yuna's path, other people can heal. And there is the, character 7 has the potential to be a very good healer. Ah, here's the scary one. Welcome to hell. You're just gonna defend for now. So like I said, if you melee the Fungar, they can pollen in response. And then when you're asleep and the zoo is just beating the crap out of you, hey, Jack of Heart, how's it going? Okay, one less Fungar to deal with. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, let's go kill the zoo. I almost said kill the queen. That's what I get for reading chat and talking at the same time. Luckily, at least until certain bosses, there's actually no way I can get screwed by, not paying attention. Yes, this will eventually be uploaded to YouTube. So no worries there. I won't be uploading it until I actually finish, like, playing through. So, you know, keep in mind it's going to be a bit. The archives are currently open, so you can still go back and watch the previous, previous sessions. However, in the extraordinarily near future, I'm going to be locking the archives for people that subscribe, just kind of a bonus for them, where they get to see everything early. So, kind of keep that in mind. Damn, this zoo was dodgy. Tidus is usually much more accurate than that. There usually is an Albed primer right near where I'm standing right now. But, you know, we don't need Albed primers, so it didn't show up. Well, that's not good. Okay, so Tidus just learned the Overdrive mode Warrior, which is incredibly important. So now I don't have to wait for Tidus to get hit anymore for him to use Overdrive. They may have that, Jack, but I think the idea that I'm going to go with is that because all of my VODs will eventually go to YouTube anyways, you know, just after, you know, basically either after I'm done recording or after I'm through with the game, whatever the case may be. You know, everybody will eventually get access to them. This is just going to be one of those things where if you're, you know, helping to support the channel, it's kind of like a Patreon thing, you get earlier access than everybody else. I'll eventually find other ways to make it worth it for people, but after talking to a bunch of people, it sounds like that's something that people are like, yeah, you know, that's kind of a nice bonus for that. Breath of the Wild hasn't gone on YouTube yet, and the reason why is I haven't actually finished the game yet. I decided that I wanted to do, I wanted to do Twilight Princess first, so that way I could get, like, the Twilight Princess, unlock stuff on the, Wolf Amiibo. So, I took a break, that's also when I was taking a break from streaming. So, I went and did that, and, you know, if you watch the channel, you know that the Twilight Princess I did eventually beat.
You can't make me, Auron.
I don't think I've ever actually heard that voice line before. Yeah, Twilight Princess is done, so now, once I kind of get back into it, I'll be going back to, Breath of the Wild and finishing it off. But we still have, there's a good amount of Breath of the Wild left. Okay. There's a Mega Potion. I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick, mostly because I haven't saved in a while. Okay, and we're gonna have this this cutscene real quick.
Why only you, sir? I want to fight too.
Orders are orders.
I'm not a cadet anymore, sir. Let me go with you and I'll prove it to them.
Please don't do that.
Guarding the command center is important too, you know.
He's got a point. Keeping the commanders alive is usually
all
important.
the way from Besaid to fight Sin, sir.
I know, but an order's an order. To your post, Crusader.
So how many games have I not completed? Not many, actually.
Sir!
If we ignore the interludes, which were kind of intentionally not completed because they were only meant to be like reviews and things like that. Let's go talk to Luzu and get some storyline out of the way.
They let you through, huh?
Yeah, they did.
Gata deserves better.
At least there's no chance he'll get hurt.
I'm gonna be doing every Ultima weapon except for Lulu's. And yes, we will be completing the sphere grid.
They still need some time to get them ready. Our job is to keep Sin at bay till they're done.
Wakka's very not happy with Gata. Just ridiculously unhappy at him right now.
Wakka, I might not get another chance to say this.
You don't see people do Lulu
It's
because
about your
A, it's not fun, and B, it's not fun. I mean, I will show you guys 10 minutes of Lulu's, and that is all I will do. It is literally the worst one in the game, both to do and also to actually use. It's a terrible ultimate weapon.
I'm sorry.
One of my favorite scenes.
Walker! That's enough, Walker!
When we used to play Blitz together, Chapu used to say,
It's the one where you dodge lightning, yes.
he say that when we won the cup, yeah, he proposed to Lulu.
Which would have been today. Well, recently.
And then one day, he goes off and becomes a crusader, just like that.
Chapu also said to me that being with your girl is good. But keeping Sin far away from her is better.
Yep.
Lou, you knew?
Probably.
Luzu told me before we left.
Gave her some info.
She hit me too.
Loser just keeps on getting punched by
All
people.
Crusaders in the vanguard are to assemble on the beach.
That's my cue.
Luzu, don't die out there.
So you can hit me more?
Lots more. Yeah, it's kind of a weird movement of Lulu's hair in that particular cutscene.
Suluzu, please. Please don't go.
Now you can see that Yuna's kind of afraid for him.
Let him go. The man has already chosen his path, as you did when you became a summoner.
I mean, it's... Jack, don't get me wrong, it's doable. It's not fun, and I don't want to do it. That's really what it's down to.
It would be a
I've
long
tried
time
it many times in the past,
before
and it's
I ever
literally
really
not worth
understood
it.
the reason why Yuna let Luzu pass that day.
So, Vanius, to answer your question on games I have not actually completed. So, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is still... It's close to done. I'm close to where I want to be. I'm just having trouble finding someone who can actually trade me Hitmonlee, and I believe that's the only Pokemon I still have left to do at this point. I can't remember. I might have a couple more that have to evolve, and I'm waiting on that. Something like that. So, Let's Go Pikachu isn't done. I stopped on Ukulele because... I don't remember why. I think I just stopped having fun with it. Monster Hunter World, I got up to the end, and something else came out. Let's see. Hand of Fate 2, I haven't done the DLC, and some people consider that to be a thing. Polybridge I stopped just because I started having fun with the things. There were a couple of just, like, mechanics I wasn't enjoying. Recore I stopped because it turned out the game was incomplete, and I haven't gone back to it since they finished releasing the actual stuff for it. Let's see. One day I'll get back to 1001 Spikes. I actually had fun with it. We just stopped. Haven't touched Nuclear Throne since it came out of early access. Not for any particular reason. Didn't end up doing too much of Mother Gunship, which I do want to get to eventually. I just never ended up doing too much of it. Anything else? Never ended up playing Kerbal Space Program after early access, so at some point I really should get around to doing that. Didn't ever end up actually doing the Bastion playthrough 2. Didn't finish the Kirby's Dream Land hard mode. Didn't finish Wind Waker and Fallout New Vegas because they both got content ID'd back in the day, and I got kind of scared, so I stopped doing them. I should go back to them. I'm probably going to go back to Wind Waker and actually do it at some point. Star Wars Republic Commander for the same reason. Warner Music, who owns the Star Wars theme, got kind of pissy about the game having a Star Wars theme in there. Also, Shade, I didn't glance over there, but thanks for following. But they started getting pissy, so I actually stopped recording it because kind of got bothered with it. Yeah, Jack, as I said, it's getting her Ultima weapon is doable, and it's less that it's difficult and more that it is tedious and not fun. It is an hour straight of frame perfect button pressing, which already isn't fun. And then when you combine the fact that her weapon is just terrible and I won't be using it, then what's the point? And that's really it. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that is it. I will do all of the Blitzball grinding, because Blitzball is at least somewhat fun. I will do Chocobo racing. I'll do the butterfly minigame. I will do all of the other stuff. Screw lightning.
Curses. Ow.
I can't help but
really
love
hates
that
them,
Walker
huh?
hurts his foot on this.
Chapu.
It's such an amazing
He
thing.
left the sword Waka gave him in Besaid.
The one that you're currently
And
wielding.
he fought with an Albed Machina weapon instead.
And then died.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
Sacrilegious indeed. Okay, so now let's go this way. One of the problems with Final Fantasy is that it has a fixed camera angle, depending on where you are in any given room. I'm not ever in control of the camera. So it can be kind of obnoxious to control the game when the camera's not where you expect it to be. It's never really bad, but sometimes it's kind of hard to see where you're going. Well, that doesn't seem good.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that. It might be a hopeless campaign. And it might mean defying Yevon.
Sacrilege!
But the Crusaders and the Albed, they're doing their best to defeat sin.
I mean, that is a good point.
They want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too, isn't it? Isn't it?
All right. But I still think Machina are bad news. They're forbidden for a reason.
Because you're genre savvy?
Lady Summoner, there you are. The command center is that way. Maester Keenock is also there.
Maester Keenock too?
Yes. Please, hurry, my lady.
Jack, we're trying to, for the most part, avoid spoilers, because there are a couple of our viewers, Avanius, in particular in this case, who has never actually seen the game played through before.